Okay, so let's talk about leadership. Are you a boss or are you a mentor? Now, you might think those two are kind of the same thing, but really, understanding the difference, well, it's not just some textbook management theory. It's the key that can unlock your team's real potential and earn their loyalty for the long haul.
So let's just start by looking in the mirror for a second. When you're leading your team, through a tough project or a crazy deadline, which role do you naturally find yourself in? Are you the boss who's just giving directions, or are you the mentor who's guiding them through it?
But hey, before you can answer that honestly, we've got to strip these titles down to what they actually mean. Because, we use them interchangeably all the time, but their definitions, they show two completely different ways of thinking about leadership.
Just look at the language here. A boss simply oversees. It's a job description, right? It's all about supervision. But a mentor is a trusted advisor. That's a relationship. It's built on something way more than just a spot on the org chart. See, a boss manages tasks, a mentor develops people. And that one little difference, it changes absolutely everything.
So, let's dive into the style we're all a little too familiar with, the just do it boss. I mean, we've all had one, right? But what's really going on under the hood with this command and control approach? What's the real impact on the team, day in and day out?
Well, this kind of environment, it's totally transactional. Your future, your growth, that's not really part of the deal. And you're almost never trusted with the why behind a task, just the what. And the result? It's inevitable, high turnover. People don't just leave jobs, they leave bosses who make them feel like just another cog in the machine.
And here it is, right in a nutshell, the just do it mentality. It's all about getting compliance, not building any real understanding. Sure, it might get the task done today, but that pressure cooker environment you see here, that's what burns people out tomorrow. No question.
Okay, so if that command and control style is like a leaky bucket for all your best talent, what's the alternative? Let's totally flip the script and check out the mentor advantage. And this isn't just about being nicer, it's about being a whole lot smarter.
Here's the fundamental truth of it all. To keep your best people, you have to be the reason they want to stay. And that means evolving from being just a boss into being a mentor. It's not a soft skill anymore. It's a straight-up strategic necessity if you want to keep your top talent.
Just look at these words. They're all about action and engagement. A mentor doesn't just assign work, they train. They don't just oversee a project, they develop and they guide. And, maybe most importantly, they actually listen. It's a hands-on process, an investment in another person's success.
You know what this all comes down to? Trust. A mentor builds trust by being a little vulnerable, by sharing their wins and their losses. They act as a guide, not a dictator, which sends this really powerful message. I trust your judgment. And that respect, that's what really makes someone grow.
And all this leads us to the ultimate outcome of these two styles. Are you just creating a team of compliant employees, or are you inspiring loyal followers? That, right there, is the core difference we're about to unpack.
This one sentence, it really says it all. You must follow a boss. Why? Because of their title, their position in the hierarchy. But you want to follow a mentor because of the respect and the inspiration they give you. One is about power. The other is all about influence.
So here it is, the real test of leadership. What happens when you leave the room? Does all the work just grind to a halt, or does the mission carry on without you? The answer to that question reveals everything about whether you've built a team that relies on oversight or one that's driven by a real purpose.
And here's the secret. True commitment, it can't be demanded. It has to be earned through understanding. A mentor actually invests the time to explain the why, and that creates a team that's motivated by a shared purpose. They work hard because they believe in what they're doing, not because they're afraid of the boss.
Okay, so theory is great, but how do you actually do this stuff? Let's get practical. Here is a real action plan you can use to start making that shift from boss to mentor.
All right, here are 3 really powerful habits to start. First, regular one-on-ones, but focus on their issues, not your agenda. That's how you build trust. Second, empower someone else to lead a meeting. It builds their confidence, and it gives you a fresh perspective. And third, get in the trenches with them. Seriously, nothing builds respect, that kind of street cred, faster than showing you're willing to do the work too.
In the end, it really just boils down to this. All of your experience, the wins, the mistakes, all those hard-won lessons, it's pretty much worthless if it stays locked up inside your head. True leadership isn't about hoarding what you know. It's about sharing it so other people can grow.
So let's bring this all back to you.
You don't need some massive overnight change. This whole journey, it just starts with a single step. So my question for you is this: what is the one thing you can do tomorrow to be a little less of a boss and a little more of a mentor?